Good morning. Good morning. Thanks, guys. Sounding great as always. Well, welcome on this beautiful summer Sunday. I want to invite everybody in the social hall to come on in. We have a lot going on. We are enjoying the summer series that Dr. Christian and Rebecca Jade have put together, having so much fun. And I'm Nicole Johnson, one of your licensed practitioners here at Seaside and a ministerial intern as well. So excited to be playing with you here this Sunday. Come find a seat up front. We've got a great artist today. His first time here, so we want to make sure he gets a really warm welcome. So on July 31st, the Seaside Sisters are going to have their summer soiree. It's going to be from 6:30 to 8 at the Sorensen home. There's limited attendance, so make sure you see Callie via email or in person to find out more information and to get a spot. There's some information on the table in the family room and also on the website. And our Soulful Sages are going to meet on Tuesday, July 21st from 10 to 11:30 here at Seaside. You're going to hear about the protection of assets and avoiding probates, appointing trusted decision makers, and how to reduce stress for loved ones during this delicate time. Snacks and refreshments are going to be provided. And our back to school is happening, if you can believe it. Our kindness crew is helping students complete their wish list to go back to school. There's a bin in the social hall that has flyers. You can scan the QR code and have the supplies delivered right to the host. And we're super excited about that. And we also want to give a big shout out to Ann Gillespie for her help and leadership in this capacity. She's done an amazing job. We would like to have all the supplies by July 26th, so make sure you grab a flyer today. And summer always brings our Bishwa Siva sound meditation on Mondays until August 31st from 6:30 to 8. Come and experience the beautiful sounds and vibrations for healing and restoration. We're usually a packed house, so make sure you get here early. Bring a yoga mat, an eye covering, something comfortable, and a suggested $25 love donation is greatly appreciated. And Friday Night Live is going to head back here in August, on August 7th. Have a new one joining us, Elisa Kisselberg, and it's the Soul of Drumming. So remembering and honoring this rhythm within, it's going to be on Friday, August 7th at 7 o'clock here. It's an experiential evening of rhythm, so if you have a drum, bring it. And if not, be prepared to grab an instrument that's here to play along with. And San Diego Dance of Universal Peace with our own Reverend Lori Mack is going to be here on Sunday, August 2nd from 6:30 to 8. Simple and fun dance grooves and celebrating all paths to God. And our certified class for life visioning starts on Monday, July 27th with our own Maggie Rentala. It's a way of life, an inspiring course guiding you to a path of self-discovery and a purposeful living, and information on the website and the family room. It's a great time to do visioning as we're rolling back through the end of summer into the following year. And come join our party. Here we are again for our board bingo bonanza. We always have so much fun with this. It's going to be this Friday night, the 24th, at $25. You can get your tickets in the family room or at the door. So grab a partner, grab a friend, grab a kid, grab whoever you can get. Come sit in this nice, cool building and have some fun. Great prizes. The ladies are making burritos and I think chips and salsa. So come and play with us. And our inner light service on Wednesday night continues to grow, and we're really excited that we've actually expanded the meditation time. So new start time is going to be 6:20 for an extended meditation. The powerful talk this week with Tara Short on the soul freedom. And our own Dr. Kathy is doing her trip again to Bhutan. I'm going to invite her up to say a few words about her amazing trip coming up.
Good morning, everyone. It's really wonderful to see you. I have not been to Bhutan before, but I'm incredibly excited. This journey to Bhutan is March 13th through the 23rd of 2027. It is being put forward by Spirit Tours, and Spirit Tours is a tour company that was bought by two ministerial colleagues, and Reverend Karen Fry is the main curator of the tour and leader for us, and I'm in the role of spiritual leader. So Bhutan is an extraordinary place. This is what I hear. I'm so excited to go there. It is nestled between Tibet, which is China, and India, high up in the Himalayas. The king of the country encourages his people to focus on gross national happiness instead of gross national product. And it's filled with monasteries and candlelight and beautiful people, is my thought. And so we're taking this tour to Bhutan, and I invite you to come along. So some things we will do. Visit breathtaking monasteries and ancient dzongs, which is another kind of building filled with centuries of spiritual devotion. Experience the vibrant Paro Festival, one of Bhutan's most colorful and sacred celebrations. Spin the ancient prayer wheels, well, I can't say the name of the place, while offering blessings for ourselves and the world, and walk among majestic Himalayan landscapes. So we have a video for you to see. Just a little tantalization for you. Yes, it's true, we have actually fewer than 10 spots left, so 22 people have already enrolled. I will be out at the table. I'd love to talk to you about it. I have a flyer I can give you. Let me know how I can get you to come along. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Kathy. If you've never gone on a trip with Dr. Kathy, from what I hear, it is absolutely magical. So with that being said, I invite you to stand and greet your neighbor and remain standing for the congregational song.
Good morning, Seaside. Let's all stay standing together. We're going to sing our song, I Am the Light of Love. Here we go. You are the light of love. I am the light of love. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of love. You are the light of peace. I am the light of peace. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of peace. You are the light of joy. I am the light of joy. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of joy. Now hope. You are the light of hope. I am the light of hope. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of hope. Come on, play first violin. That's Bob, everybody. You are the light of love. I am the light of love. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of love. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of love.
Very nice. I like that. Well, good morning, Seaside. Woo, what a joy it is to be with all of you that are here today. All of you that are at home, we know you're there, and it's a joy to do this celebration, for Seaside is a thriving spiritual community inspiring us to live our divinity. How we doing? Woo, I like hearing that. Hey, we got Danielle. How fun. Hey, we got a big soccer match. World's watching. Argentina and Spain going on right now. Argentina's trying to do back-to-back repeat.
I'm shaking my head.
Yeah, you have heard about this, right?
I have heard about it.
That's good. Well, I'm expecting about 12 o'clock, a bunch of people are going to get up and, or at least change them. I don't know. Maybe not. But what is exciting is you got a good gig on Friday somewhere. Where's that?
Yeah, I'm going to be in this neck of the woods on Friday at Coyote Bar. So I'll be.
Well, that's kind of a fun place. Get loose and have fun.
Come out and do some dancing Friday night after bingo.
After bingo.
After bingo.
There you go. You got that right. As we go from here to there. Well, also, you're doing the garden concert on August 17th, I think.
That's
Sunday.
right. I'll be here. Dan is going to join me. So we've got some great songs picked out for you. It's going to be an awesome day. Yeah.
So a lot of good's going on for sure. Well, we've got some good stuff going on today, and we have Carlene. You're going to be doing the basics of the Science of Mind after the service, right? So if anybody wants to know more, they sit down and just real informal setting, ask you questions, see if we can stump the practitioner. There you go. But anyway, I know you're not now. Carlene is going to take us to that deeper place. Please, we're with you.
I would get stumped. Before I do the invocation, we're going to have one of my fellow practitioners, Karen Cole. She is going to hold the light for us in the Dolphin Legacy Corner, which is also where you can go after service for one of the practitioners to pray with you. I'm going to sound the bowl 3 times, and I welcome you to just sit in the silence before the invocation. Just breathing in that one power, one presence, one source. Anywhere and everywhere that we are, God is. I know that I am one with this source, Spirit living in, as and through me, in all ways. All the energy that's outside of me and all the energy that's within me is all source, all God. I know that it's so for me, it's also so for everybody else, everybody in the sound of my voice. And I just center into that space where we gather and receive and exchange this energy with one another, opening ourselves to all that is coming forth in this message today and the music and the interactions we get to have with each other. I know that the beauty within this space is God, and I know as we leave here, we are also always and ever surrounded by Source. And with that, I just really remain open to all that is in this message for us to receive today. And I just let it be.
God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good to to me. Beautiful, Danielle. God is so good. You know, here with God, good, love, it's all the same, right? That's what we're talking about here anyway, not a God sitting up in the clouds judging us, but good, love, all of it. Thank you for singing us in so beautifully. Thank you, Dan, for your accompaniment, always. And Carlene, for your beautiful, beautiful prayer and your consciousness. And glad that you're all here today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Reverend Debbie. It's my joy to be here with you today. I just got back from a road trip with one of my sisters to Sisters, Oregon, and we had a lovely time. And we were surprised by this annual quilt show that's there every year on the second Saturday of July, so the town just filled up. And we got to see a lot of beautiful, beautiful textiles and quilts. So that was an extra treat. But it's good to be back here with all of you. I want to welcome all of you. I want to welcome all of you that are tuning in from online. We're glad that you're here. We know that you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube and our very own website. Glad that you're here, and welcome to anybody who might be here for the first time. If it is your first time here, please know you are welcome. We honor all paths to God. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you're welcome here. We have a first-time visitors package for you. It's the table as you come in through the glass doors into our social hall or holder hall. And pick one up. Take it home. Read a little bit about who we are. Go to our website. Check us out. There's lots of stuff on there. There's a basic belief talk by Dr. Christian, so you can learn a little bit more about what it is that we do believe. What is it that we teach here? What are our principles? You know, speaking of our website, I'm going to take just a moment to talk about that for a second. If you were at one of our benefactors events, you heard about this, but starting July 1st, we engaged a social media marketing strategist. And what that is they are helping us to maximize our online presence, to up our graphics, to up our look, to modernize ourselves, to get ourselves out to as many people that possibly can see us and know about us. You know, we always have heard for years and years and years, I never knew you guys were here. You're the best kept secret everywhere. So we don't want to be that anymore. We want everybody to know that we're here, and we've been working towards that. And so we have a lot of things on Instagram now. So we've moved to Instagram. And so what I'm going to ask all of you to do, if you're Instagrammers, to go to Seaside Center, just Seaside Center, no dot, Seaside Center, and like us and follow us and comment. Because the more you do that, the more we get out there and the more people see us. You're going to see these great reels that they're putting together. There's lots of fun stuff. Landon's going to show us one of the little reels, or just a little piece of one of the reels that you'll see if you'll go there. It's our own Doc C.
Privilege of a lifetime is becoming who we are, truly who we are. That's really our privilege. How can I become more of who I am? Well, who are you? I'll tell you who you are. I got the answer to that one. You are made in the image and likeness of God.
Yeah,
Almighty,
there you go.
all beautiful, all loving, all wonderful, all...
Thank you. Thank you. So you can just tune in all week long and catch a little bit of Dr. Christian. And also, one of the things we heard from you is that our website was just too confusing. You guys, where is that? What tab do I go to? So Lizzie, our in-house social media girl, she redid our homepage of our website, and we have very few menu tabs at the top now. We got a beautiful ocean rolling there. So you see there's just a few tabs, but if you scroll down, there's 6 boxes, and everything that you want to know is in one of those 6 boxes. So we're knowing that it's super simple for you to navigate, and you can find everything about Seaside there. So that just wanted to bring you up to date on what your team is doing for you. We got a lot of stuff going on. You heard about board bingo. So be here Friday night. It's a place to be. We have a lot of fun. So we're in the 3rd week of our summer music series. So we started out with John Baptiste and a wild barbecue outside with a concert by Rebecca Jade, which is super fun. That was the 4th of July weekend. And then last weekend I hear was Stevie Nicks, which was pretty darn good, I understand. I listened to a lot of Stevie on my road trip. Yeah, it's a good one, huh? But today we're just going a little bit mellow.
We're going with the Rolling Stones today. So here you go. You're in for a real treat with Linwood. Oh boy, I heard him first service. But I found a reading from Dr. Christian's book, which is our the book that we're using for our daily inspirations this year. And you can sign up for that on the homepage of our website. And it is called Bold Enough to Be Found. Art and life are subjective. Not everybody's going to dig what I dig, but I reserve the right to dig it. And that's Whoopi Goldberg. A powerful part of creativity is the courage to be real and true to your own self-expression. To be free to offer the gifts of your soul, you must move beyond concerns of what others might think or say. You must learn to allow the spark of the imagination to catch fire. This happens not through attempting to please others, but by losing yourself to the lure of the depth of the unknown. There is someone who needs your inspirational offerings. Are you living your life boldly enough so that they may find you? You are the one who is making the invisible visible by giving it form, dimension, sound, and pigment. You are standing up and exposing your spirit. Only in sharing your gift will you ever know the satisfaction that comes from being a divine deliverer. It may not result in instant gratification, but there is a relief that emerges from getting your spirit out of the self and into the world. It's a time where the unknown exceeds assurance. And so it is. So very grateful you're here today. Blessings.
Thank you so much for that. Boy, if that reading doesn't embody the journey of an artist, I don't know what does. And we have an artist here today who's making his debut here at Seaside. He's a wonderful local San Diego artist, father of 3. He's got a great band here in town called One of the Good Ones. Yes. One of the Good Ones. And they're going to be having a show at Humphreys on August 7th, right? Okay. And he's got some pretty fun stuff for us this morning. So please give a warm welcome to Linwood Polk, please.
How's it going?
I can't
And that is Linwood Polk and Danielle and the Seaside Band. And when I hear that riff, I just want to run across stage, man, like Mick with a little bit of his swagger going on, for sure. Oh, man, you know that beginning start that is so catchy. It was just a space filler originally. It was like, not a mistake. It was holding the space for horns later on, and they liked that grit so much they kept it, and that first riff got us all up on our feet just going already. So you never know about what a mistake's going to take you somewhere. But, you know, Satisfaction, it's just such a song about, consumerism really is what Mick Jagger wrote about with that. I mean, Keith Richards got the riff. They had done a show that night, and 200 fans clashed with the police, and they had to cut the show off at 4 songs. And this is, early on. And he went back to the hotel and went to sleep. And he woke up in the middle of the night with this riff going through his head. And so he pulled out the recorder, and he recorded it. And when he woke up in the morning, he said he had 2 minutes of genius and 40 minutes of snoring in there. And he showed it to Mick Jagger, and Mick went, wow, this is great. And he went to thinking about the consumerism of America in the early 60s. And nothing, imagine if he saw it today. He started thinking about the advertisement and putting it out there, and how the young people were just being led to want more and more and looking outside of themselves for the satisfaction. And that's really a spiritual, profound point, is are we looking outside for our satisfaction, or do we recognize that it comes from something inside of us? Because satisfaction is not a destination, right? It is something that we work inside of ourselves. So that song, when Rolling Stones magazine did their top 500 list, hit it at number 3. So that's a pretty good start. So this morning we're going to take a look at some spiritual expressors that are showing up in, tight leather pants, eyeliner, playing these blues riffs, and absolutely are defying all medical understanding of how they can still keep playing at 80 years old. It's like there isn't the logic there, and we're talking about the Rolling Stones, obviously. And now, I wasn't really a Stones fan, growing up. I was more of a Led Zeppelin guy, Stairway to Heaven, not that it may, yeah, there you go. That was it. But, there's no question. These are the guys that are left standing from that era. There is no one else. And they're still producing. That's the thing. Did you see last week they came out with their newest album called Foreign Tongues? They got great names, don't they? Yeah, it's just their 25th or their 27th studio album they just dropped at 82. Mick Jagger is, and they're going on tour, and they're solid and they're strong. They've got the creativity, and I'll probably end up today talking about that eternal youth. That's really the main point of what today is going to be about. I think I've got so many stories in here. I'm just not sure how they're going to come out in any congruent order, but I'm trying here. I might as well start at the beginning. Mick Jagger, born July 26, 1943, as Michael Philip Jagger. And at his elementary school, there was a guy by the name of Keith Richards. They met at a young age. I don't think they really hung out because Mick moved about 5 miles away, but they did realign back in 61. They were on a train together, and they wanted to do a band. And so they started putting together a band, and they came across another guy who was trying to put together a band by the name of Brian Jones, who was he was really the band leader, if you would. He was the one really responsible for getting the Stones together. And they got an agent and a marketing guy, very experienced at 19, but he was younger than the guys in the band. And so at this time, if you remember, the Beatles had hit the scene, right? And so the Beatles were these clean-cut, suit-wearing, tie-wearing, calm-looking guys, the kind of they seemed to have their act together, so that kind of niche was taken. And so this marketing guy said, let's make you into the bad boys. Let's, give you, don't wear matching clothes. And the guys, whew, that's a good thing. We don't have to wear those little teeny ties. They said, let's put a naughty image up there. Man, you guys are bad. It's about sex. It's rock and roll. And they said, count me in. And they went for it. They went deep and they went dark in the 80s. The Beatles are playing the la 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 stuff, which is nice. But, they went with, like the dark stuff. And it was just, people, the younger generation loved it. And it was, and so the marketers and the people in the press, they really, played up the image of these bad boys. But the challenge with this is it works so well that now the police and the authorities were watching out, And before they ever showed up to a town, they would always have a pre-meeting, the police departments be able to handle the rowdy kids. They were hassling these guys because of who they felt they were, and so was, really rock and roll that dangerous, or were the authorities just trying to squash the young culture that seek to be emerging within this society? I mean, Mick Jagger and his sweetheart at the time, Mary Ann Faithfull, I don't know where she got that name, but icon of that era. They were like the psychedelic couple of the 60s. They got busted at Keith Richards' house. Inside his country house, the police stormed and busted them for having drug paraphernalia in their home. But this is the kind of attack that was going on because of this image that was being put out there. After 2 years, their charges were dropped. But in '69, the police raided Mick Jagger's house and busted he and his girl at that time. And so, in '69 was a powerful time in the emerging musical culture. It was also a very dark time for them. Their music had gotten, Rolling Stones, very dark. They was, talking about the devil. I'm glad to meet you. Can you guess my name? Kind of stuff. And in the summer, the Brian Jones, the band leader, and could no longer tour with them. He had gotten in trouble so much with the law that he wasn't allowed to lead the country. Mick and Keith Richards and their drummer, Charlie Watts, said, you can't go with us. The guy was so devastated, but he was so, whacked out also that he died a month later in a swimming pool from overdose, though they said it was death by misadventure. I never heard of that one before. Death by misadventure there. And so, but '69 was a dark era for them because they had come out with a new album. It was called something Bleed. Remember that one? Let It Bleed, yeah, that was it. Let It Bleed. So and Woodstock had just been the summer of '69, the summer of love. They wanted to do something on the West Coast, up in Northern California at the racetrack, big old free concert. They hired whoever the promoters were, hired the Hells Angels as security. You're gonna have a problem with that, right? You're talking about drugs and Hell Angels, and now you're empowered. And the problem they did had, the security was so rough. I mean, it was a rough night. I guess Mick Jagger gets off the plane. Somebody punches him. The security's not working too well. The front row in the middle of their songs, Under Your Thumb, one of the Hells Angels knifes and kills one of the fans that is there. And Mick Jagger's just on the stage. What do you do with that? And he tries to bring the peace and tries to bring the order, but after that they were shaken so much that they decided to change their style. They weren't doing the dark stuff anymore. They even went over to India, tried the Beatles Maharishi thing. They came out with Ruby. Yeah, that's it. It was one of their top songs. They hated it, because it's so la-di-da-di-da. It's not what they were about. And it took them a while to find their groove, and they're in the 70s, and it's wild in the 70s. They got, Exile from Main Street. Jagger rents these huge Boeing planes and fills it with strobe lights and disco music and the bars and the champagne fountains. They say it's like Studio 54, at 35,000 feet flying through the sky. Their parties are legendary, truly epic for sure. They but the drugs things were getting pretty tough. I mean, the Rolling Stones, they didn't just push the edges. They strutted, they swaggered, they danced on them, but so Brian Jones is gone, and so Keith Richards and Mick Jagger are kind of running it, but Keith Richards is having his issues, with heroin. Not a good thing. And in Canada, he gets arrested for possession and with intent to sell, looking at a 7-year sentence there. And they are, it's not looking good. And a little teenage girl, blind teenage girl, writes to the judge this heartfelt letter and said that I don't know what I could have done without Keith Richards' music, that he saved me and helped me get through this particular time. And the judge took it to heart and sentenced him to do a benefit concert for the blind, which is pretty good. And when Keith Richards met this girl, he just cried. He said, "You literally saved my life." Later he talks about, being sentenced to do a gig is not the worst punishment he's ever received. But at that point, he stopped his heroin use. Didn't stop all the other things. I mean, a few years later, he fell out of a coconut tree in Fiji and needed, had brain surgery. But he tells stories of doing songs and going on this 9-day, didn't sleep once. He was working on a song, and he falls asleep standing up, and then comes back and just keeps playing. I mean, these are the kind of stories, that surrounded these kinds of characters. But another one of Keith Richards is in Paris. Down he goes, hotel room after a show, and Mick Jagger kicks everybody out of the room, clears it, sits him up, and keeps him awake, and literally saves his life in the room. This is the kind of camaraderie that they had, and Keith Richards wrote a song for Mick Jagger called Beast of Burden, like a donkey carrying the beast. Now, the people thought it was a love song, and he sure could take it that way, but Keith Richards said he wrote this for Mick, and Mick came up with the words for it, but this was the intent of their song. So here it is, Beast of Burden. And I'm coming back after the song, so we're not over yet. We only got to the friendship here. And Danielle, Beast.
Hard enough such a pretty, 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 pretty girl. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Let's go.
That is Lindenwood Polk, Danielle Tucker, and the Seaside Band. So if you're looking for a real profound message from the Stones, is their friendship. Their friendship has survived 60 years, and it has taken, I guess, a lot of forgiveness in the process because, you know, when Keith Richards is sobering up, Mick Jagger had been running things, and all of a sudden it's like, why are you running things? I should be running things. And, you know, they have a little clash in what's going on here. You know what it's like to put two alpha males in the same space and say, we're going to go nice and smooth here forward. There's sometimes some dynamics that go on. And I mean, you know, you take a look at the Beatles. You had John Lennon and Paul McCartney. They had their thing, just as Mick and Keith were having their thing. Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, they had their schism going on. You know, they went their way, individual ways. You have Aerosmith, just like a year ago. You had Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, you know, not talking to each other publicly, saying, I'm not talking to him, and this is why. Well, I'm not. You know, it's like all of a sudden, but the beauty of these guys is that they continue to stick with it. I guess they had epic arguments that lasted decades. You know, that you know, they would get upset, they would throw insults, lawsuits, chairs, who knows, at each other, but somehow they would come through it because there was heart, there was soul, there was friendship, there was camaraderie, there's decades of creation together, that there was something deeper than what wasn't working for them. So if you're looking for a spiritual principle, look at that love that is within a friendship. They said their arguments sometimes were so old that they had anniversaries on them. And so, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's it. So about 88, they came back together. They'd split. They'd gone their way. And they came back together. They put together an album that year that won a Grammy that got them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They went on to do a Super Bowl halftime, which is really the big stage to be in front of, a billion people. They have gone on to sell over 250 million albums in their particular career. One gig they had was when Obama was president. They went to Havana just before him to set the stage, and they did a concert for 500,000 people over in Havana. So there is something that is deep there, that is profound, that makes a difference, that is just really what their story is. And it's 6 decades. They've had a top 100 in 6 decades in a row, their music. Truly, they are legends in our time that are still going around. I mean, they've been doing it so long that their tour bus is eligible for Social Security. You know, it's just... There's something there about that. And that is one of the messages that they share with us, is a sense of longevity. They do what it is that they love to do. They haven't bought into the previous models, which maybe from their young days they said they weren't good enough, they were pathetic, they were a threat to society, and they would just say, good. Bad influence, good. Threat, good. And it's too dangerous. And what Mick Jagger did is he became more dangerous with that. And so as people are saying you can't be doing this at this particular point of their life, they have defied all the logic of biology to prove people are wrong with that. In an interview with Mick Jagger, they said, what are the pros and the cons of growing older? And he said, well, there's nothing good about growing older. Yeah. It's pretty clear. He said, well, don't you have some wisdom from all the years you've been on this planet? He said, well, I might have had some pearls, but I forgot them by now. He said about the past is, I don't want to forget the past, and I don't want to regret the past, but I don't want to be a prisoner to the past. because there was still that creative something that was working inside him. There was this brilliance inside, and that is what keeps people young and vibrant, along with good eating. I mean, Mick Jagger eats a Mediterranean diet. He works out at least 6 days a week, and his workouts include running, swimming, dancing, kickboxing, cycling, some yoga, some Pilates, and he has to stay in shape so he can run on the stage for 12 miles back and forth is what they estimate that he moves. But there's a lot. So you got the physical and you got the mental, you got the spirit. I mean, you're looking at examples of youthfulness. Here's some of their things, 6 things for you I think I put up here that I noticed about them. And so here are the Rolling Stones' youthful secrets. Curiosity, always pushing the edge, checking another dimension, however it is you get there. Movement, that's the exercise I was talking. Having purpose. We got a new album. As I said, they got a new album that came out last week, and they're going on tour for that. Is that crazy? So you've got to have the purpose and joy. Look at these guys. They know what joy is, and they're sober. So that's a wonderful sign of what is possible. And mischievous. From day one, they were mischievous, a little naughty. Mick Jagger is known as much for his romance out there in the world as he is for the for the Stones. I mean, I told you about that one relationship. He was married to Bianca Jagger for 71 to 78, a model. He was married to Jerry Hall, had 4 kids with him, was with her for 20 years. And now then he was with Lauren Scott. Talk about friendships here. Lauren Scott was his love, was a designer. And she committed suicide in 2014. And his bandmates and his friends came around him and supported him and loved him. They said he was a mess. He just cried and put it out there. I mean, that's the thing with these bandmates. They're there for one another. In 2021, Charlie Watt, their drum player, died. And he was, they said, like the heartbeat of their band. He was the drummer. He was the rhythm. He was the opposite of rock and roll. He was quiet. He was stable. Every night after the concert, he would call his wife, Shirley, of 57 years, and not talk rock and roll. He would talk love. Hey, I miss you, honey, kind of thing. And they said, they are the loudest band out there, held together by the quietest person in the world who has stage fright. And they'd say, hey, you're a rock and roll star. He says, no, I play drums in a rock band. I mean, this is the kind of, but these guys came together. They were there for each other. They talked about building friendship and longevity, because as you move through life, you have losses along the way. You've got to practice your forgiveness. You've got to be there for one another in loss. You can't stop it from happening, but what you can do is stay focused and keep things young, and it's a mental kind of thing. And I saw this great approach to getting younger with your body and in your life put out by Paramahansa Yogananda. Kind of one of our local heroes around here. And it's interesting, and I'm going to share it with you in a minute, this thing that I sure do. But it was delivered with this thing, but the difference science shows is it works with the telomeres, which are the end tips of your chromosomes, which protects the DNA. It's kind of like the plastic around the end of your shoelace that keeps it from fraying. It keeps the DNA whole. And so as the cells split, or whatever, mitosis, whatever that's called, mitosis, I think is when you split cells, they become a little frayed and they become a little less, and a cell can split about 50 times until you then have these zombie cells that are no longer functional, but they're moving through your body, and they make you more susceptible to aging, to sickness, and all things. And as you begin to practice this neurological approach, it strengthens these telomeres, and all of a sudden you begin to build your immunity, you begin to build greater protection, they begin to be able to multiply more often, you have the healthy things, and they work with healing and they keep you younger. How does that sound? Yeah, all right. So anyway, so this is Yogananda's approach. I do it, and I'm 108 years old, so this is what you look like if you do what I do. But anyway, you count down backwards 21 years in this process. Most people count forward, so I'm getting older. Oh yeah, take out your phones, take a picture of this, because you're going to want to do this later. And you begin to count up, like 3, 4, 5. You get older. So what you're going to do is count backwards. From your age, you do it 21 times. I don't usually make it 21 times. I usually fall asleep after the 4th or 5th year. But, so you pick a year from, let's say, 50, and you go 21 down to 29. So I'm 50, and then you say this. I'm 49, and then you say this. And you embody it. So, you say your age, and then you say, my mind and body are absorbing this youthful energy. Remember that youthful energy from 50? Boom. Okay. And I am becoming healthier and younger every day. I am timeless. I am ageless. I am infinite. I am limitless. I am divine. Woo! So then you go to 49 and you say that and you embody that. So let's say this one together. Let's say it together. So you got it together. My mind and body are absorbing this youthful energy. I am becoming healthier and younger every day. I am timeless. I am ageless. I am infinite. I am limitless. I am divine. How does that work? And what will happen is you will begin to have your body express that, and your world begin to do that, and you just do that as you fall asleep at night. You probably can do it during the day when you're meditating too, if you want. Then you probably don't fall asleep after 4 of them. But that's the thing. And so what happens is your body and your world begins to reflect that. You begin to have more energy. You begin to eat healthier. You begin to spend more time with your friends. You begin to have that curiosity. You begin to be expressive and creative. You begin to have more of that mischievous of that youth coming back to you. You begin to step out on the edges a little bit more. All these things we've been talking about, the Rolling Stones, this begins to be your life force. And so I thought I would leave you with a new mental model of an 82-year-old, okay? So I got this little example of Mick. As I said, he does all these exercises every day. He started dancing with Nureyev, Rudolf Nureyev, the ballerina guy in the 80s. You've got to be devoted. He was just devoted to swagger, and you can do it 10,000 times with your devotion to make it look so natural. But he's still working on exercise today, so he's getting ready for a concert. So he's doing his exercise. It's a 60-second video, and take this as a mental model of an 82-year-old that you can see as a possibility for you. Mick, show us what you do. Give us some more volume. There you go, 80 years old. That's what it looks like. God bless you on your wonderful journey. And one last song is, what's that last song? Oh yeah, you can't always get what you want, but if you try hard enough, you get what you need, which is just the opposite of can't get no satisfaction. It's about getting, it's wanting, it's ego, but the soul is you can get what you need. You try just hard enough. Linwood, Danielle.
I saw her today at the reception, a glass of wine in her hand. I knew she would meet her connection, and at her feet a blues man. You can't always get what you want. Said you can't always get what you want. No, you can't always get what you want. Ooh, but if you try sometime, you just might die. You get what you need. I saw her today at the reception. A glass of wine in the hand. I knew she was gonna meet her connection. And at her feet, a footloose man said you can't
Always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want.
Oh, but if you try sometime, yeah, you just might find
You get what you need.
yeah, you get what you need. Oh, oh. Said you can't always get what you want. Yeah, you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. Oh, yeah, but if you try sometime, yeah, you just might find you get what you need. Yeah, you get what you need. Yeah, you get what you need. Yeah, you get what you need. I went down to the devastation to buy my fair share of abuse. Said we're gonna take out our frustration, and if we don't, we gon' blow this whole fuse. Hey, said you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. Oh, but if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need. You get what you need. You get what you need. Oh, you get what you need. Oh, yeah. You get what you need. Yeah. Get what you need. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That is Linwood Pope, Danielle Tucker, and the Seaside Band's doing a little Rolling Stones for us. Nice job, guys. All right. Oh, yeah. There was an interview with Mick Jagger this week, probably about his new album. They shared this with me at the first service, and that they asked Mick what his favorite song of the Rolling Stones, and he said it was that song. So, the message there is, if you keep at it, Spirit will take care of what it is you need in your life. So, with that said, this is our service where we take an offering, and this is an opportunity to share from our heart and our soul. I invite you to take that, something from the depth of your being, infuse it with your love, and as you give, know that you're supporting Spirit's work in your life, but also you'll come to find out your life is Spirit's work, and your good and your blessings in ways that are right and relevant and real show up for you. You allow yourself to step into this flow, and you're doing it not because you're trying to get something back, but because that is the law of circulation. You are in the circulating expression of the rising emergence of your greater good. So with that said, I invite our ushers to come forward as we do take our gift from that deep place, infuse it with our love and blessings, and say thank you to those who mail in your contributions when you can't be here on a Sunday. Thank you very much. And those that are part of the Auto Tithe program, our hearts go out to your commitment to saying you can count me in whether I'm there or not. And you guys at home who keep supporting it, our audience is growing. We have taken on the social media strategists to get the word out for more. So Keep up that support going. And with that said, I want to share a prayer of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities for knowing this is a blessed moment where the richness of the divine fills our field of awareness with infinite possibilities and a deeper sense of knowing all things are possible. So believing that that which is possible is what is expressing in my life, I choose to trust my heart and allow that to emerge, knowing that it is Spirit expressing in our world in that perfect kind of way. So with joy, I step into partnership with that infinite realm of unlimited possibilities, finding that my life is truly best in all the perfect ways. And so I say, thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this moment of conscious giving and aligning my partnership with that source that truly is inexhaustible. And so it is. Amen. And together, let us say this affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. Our guys from Seaside are rocking the house today. And I stand before this bounty and can feel the outpouring of love and caring and blessings, for truly these gifts are infused with that wonderful quality of love and joy. And so it is received with that kind of energy. It is handled in good stewardship and is put forth back out into the world to carry your love and blessings to all that comes in contact. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this opportunity to pause and to remember the true source of all things. And so it is. Amen. Hey, this is Mike Florio, member of your board of trustees. And what's going on Friday night, Mike? Oh, yeah? Tell me about it. Tell us. What's going on with that bingo?
We got board-sponsored bingo night. We got 5 games. Is it $25? $25, you get 5 cards. There's all kinds of gifts and prizes. I hope you join us. It's nice and cool in here. And I'm looking for a good time. I'll be calling game number 2.
Oh, you're game number 2? All right. Well,
You're number 5.
oh, I'm game number 5. That sounds good. Also, there's dinner for everybody. They make that's right. Let's see. We got Carlene and Susan making burritos for everyone. So it's going to be good. And they can get tickets right now, can't they? Yeah. No, oh, there's Susan right there. There you go. That's it. Okay, so see Susan afterwards. Hey, Linwood, great job, man. I just enjoyed you doing the Stones. Linwood Pope, very good. And Danielle, always bless you for stepping in, being here for us. And concert Sunday, you're ending our musical series on the 17th of August down the garden with music and food and all that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you. And Reverend Debbie, you are back in the hood. We missed you around here. Place still standing. I didn't blow it too badly. That's good. Wednesday night, last Wednesday was good. We had Reverend Lori McMacken here. And this Wednesday is Tara Short, our educational director. So, hey, let's get some more people out. Let's try to hit that 50 level again. You know, we were at 50 in summer of this. So you guys want to come? I'll tell you what. I'll come Friday, Wednesday. Are you coming? You'll be. Come on, a few more yeses. Yeah. Okay, yeah, all right. You be there, I'll be there, we'll do it together. All right. Hey, giving us Sunday is Ed, thank you very much. Giving us visuals is Landon, thank you very much. Wonderful stream team here on the outside. We have got Edwin, we got Tim, and we got Stu doing a good job. And behind that wall, or as Steve likes to say, behind the curtain, is Steve Grant and Patrick Haley, who's working back there with them. So that's what's going on. Monday night here, we have... we've got the sound meditation that's going on. We have Tuesday morning, we have the Soulful Sages. Talk to Nicole and Elaine about what that's all about. We have Monday night in a week, we got Maggie doing a visioning class. Wednesday night you heard about. We've got Friday night, where are you going to be? Bingo! There you go. I'm sure there's stuff on Saturday, and today we got Carlene doing the basic beliefs. There's a lot going on. You got to go to the website, check it out, because this is an active campus that is hot and happening and staying young forever around here. Anyway, flowers are gorgeous. Big shout out to Chris Diener. I don't see him here, but just to honor his mom, who just stepped on the other side with such a military expression. And so we just thank you, Chris, for remembering us. With that said, I'm going to pray, because it's all about the prayer. I mean, the music, the words, all that is about shifting consciousness. And so I want to invite any of our religious science practitioners to stand in this moment to help shift the consciousness even more, so there is a greater opening in our field of awareness for the emergence of the divine recognition of that blessings from which we have all come, from the beginning with spirit. All the religions say that. So that's where we start, in this beginning with spirit and nothing else. Infinite plus nothing leaves only the infinite, which means that I am part of that which is all of it. And so it's in this moment I choose to consciously align with the truth of who I am, which is spirit expressing, as each and every one of us is spirit expressing. And as I allow my frequency to align with that divine vibration of wholeness and well-being, I begin to realize this is the experience in my life and in my world. And in particular, if I'm working on my body, there is responsiveness within every cell, tissue, organ, and fiber of my physical being that responds to its innate blueprint of wholeness, and the body works congruently to continue to hold that pattern of youthfulness, vivaciousness, ease, and grace. And if there's anything out of alignment in the physical being, let us know that right now it returns to its homeostasis, its place of wholeness and well-being. And this body is the perfect temple of God for this awareness, this consciousness of who we are, to move through this world, to express our purpose with a courage, a courageousness, a audacity, and just an audacious Mick Jagger kind of expression, to be able to move like Mick Jagger in this world as we continue to move through years of experience. We find that we begin to live with a greater zest and zeal and joy and self-expression and courageousness. We allow our creativity to emerge in our life in new ways. We find our movement and flexibility expanding from what it was yesterday. I find myself embracing this youthfulness, this timelessness, this limitlessness, this agelessness. There is something that is excited in the vibrational level of who I am, who you are. Allow your creativity to be excited, and allow that to call you into your next great iteration, your next new album that you're dropping in your world, of what it is you can do at this point in your life. For truly you are being invited to step forth and share the gifts with humanity that you are in this life. And with that, there comes a richness. With that, abundance flows. With this creative expression, Spirit finds these avenues to source you and bless your world. So grateful to know greater good is our experience now, that we are trusting that, not necessarily what it is we want on the outside, but what it is we need. Spirit says yes to, and I say thank you. And it's in this state of grace and gratitude that there is an upliftment of love and ease, grace, joy, interaction that expresses in all areas of our livingness. So I let go to this with an unshakable conviction in the perfect unfoldment of life itself as our life now. And so it is. Amen.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand.
But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. And this is what you've got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit from my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Let's hear you, Seaside. No more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for
Hey, before our affirmation, there's one other announcement. We have the Seaside Sisters soiree at our house at the end of the month. So talk to Callie and the Seaside Sisters table. Find out more about that. Guys not invited, but you can join Trevor and I out on the street somewhere. Anyway, hey, our affirmation is, I am alive and ageless. Together, I am alive and ageless. Touch your heart and let's say it again. I am alive and ageless. Again. I am alive and ageless. One more time like you feel it, mean it, and it's true. Alive and ageless. And our song of grace.
I'm living in love. I'm living in peace. I'm living my life for what I believe, through joys and through fears. In this world I walk, God's grace shines on me, and it shines on us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We're living in love. We're living in peace. United we stand as one family. We honor all truth as together we walk. God's grace moves through me, and it moves through us all. We are living in grace. We are living